Coming up on Fulton Today, the national campaign to keep children safe comes to Fulton County. We'll have the details. And 2 residents are properly commended for saving a county police officer from a burning car. Fulton Today is next.
From the Government Center in downtown Atlanta, you're watching Fulton Today with Shania Chavis.
Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. Fulton County joins the national campaign to keep children safe following that disturbing kidnapping case in Ohio. FGTV's Annalise Baker joins us now to explain just how. Annalise?
After being kidnapped for 10 years, the rescue of 3 Cleveland women has parents and caregivers taking additional measures to protect their children. Library staff and staff from a major nonprofit organization are joining parents in their fights. While it should be a child's first line of defense when approached by a stranger, that's not all they have to protect themselves. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children staff were educating and IDing children in Fulton County to help protect them from strangers in real life and online.
Every day children come up missing, so it's very important for them to come out, get their ID taken, find out everything we need to know so that we can find them as quickly as possible if something was to happen to them.
According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, 2,000 children are reported missing a day. 42% are African American, while 23% are Hispanic. Experts say parents and educators can lower this statistic by simply having a conversation.
Don't make child safety a taboo issue like drugs and sex, where you keep them in the corner and say no, no, no. It may go right over their head. You use everyday occurrences. If you're watching an episode of television and a child is abducted or approached by someone in a car, that's a teachable moment that you could turn to your child and say, hey, if someone approached you in a car, what would you do? Or if someone asked to meet you offline, what would you do?
Petty says parents should talk about the importance of staying in groups, explain to kids not to give out personal information, and remind children to never meet strangers online or offline. In this day and age, social media can play a big role in child safety.
Social media has increased the awareness that parents can have versus them just going to one website. They're able to see this on mobile devices. They're able to download this, share this with friends on their friends list. So it can provide exposure and awareness that is I could say it would spread quicker than it would from someone just seeing a television commercial.
Parents can download the FBI Child ID app for Android and iPhones. The app allows parents to upload a current picture, update information, and quickly alert authorities if their child goes missing. The case never closes on missing and exploited children, and an educated adult is a child's best line of defense. Report any information about a missing or exploited child by calling 1-800-THE-LOST. That's 1-800-843-5678 or visit www.missingkids.com. Reporting from the Central Library in downtown Atlanta, I'm Annalise Baker for FGTV.
All right, are you ready?
Thank you, Annalise. Fulton County Police honored 2 residents for rescuing one of their own. Police Chief Cassandra Jones presented Michael Ashford and Darrow Harper with official plaques for pulling Officer Matthew Williams from a burning police car. The officer was trapped inside his vehicle along Old National Highway after he was hit by another car on April 7th. The officer and his family had a chance to thank the rescuers firsthand.
So the 3 individuals that pulled me out of the car and got me away before it exploded, I'm going to be forever grateful for them. They saved me and my little girl. My daughter was 1 month old at the time of the accident, and without them helping me, she wouldn't have a daddy for the rest of her life. And so I'm going to be grateful for it, and my daughter's going to know about them.
It was just something that after talking to him, I felt connected to him. Once he told me his name, I mean, that he was still talking, he was conscious. I knew he was alive, and that flame was coming up pretty hot. It was no thought, you know, there was no time to think about whether to do it or not. It was just a reaction that I just had to get him out of there.
I don't consider it as a hero. I just consider it as doing what I would want somebody to do with me.
Officer Matthew Williams suffered a broken hand and a broken leg. He was still walking with a cane during the award ceremony. Meanwhile, Fulton County remembers its fallen public safety officials in a brand new way, from using social media to proclaiming their own day. Now the public can pay tribute as well. FGTV's Tiffany Harlow has the story.
Shawniya County Commissioners recognized National Peace Officers Memorial Day with a proclamation honoring all public safety personnel who put their lives at risk every day to protect the citizens and ensure the safety of the communities they serve.
And does hereby proclaim the week of May the 15th as Public Safety Memorial Day in Fulton County, Georgia.
Representatives from all of the county's public safety agencies stood in reverence to their fallen colleagues.
Chair Eves, Commissioners, thank you for the honor you bestow upon us today with this proclamation. For all of public safety, we are deeply indebted to you and the commissioners for what you do in support of us and to deliver service to South Fulton.
All too often, we overlook public safety. Every day, public safety officers get up, put their lives on the line. We should remember that not only this week, but entirely.
It's an honor to be able to stand up here again today and say, thank you to the families of the officers who made the ultimate sacrifice.
With you all steadfast support, I'm more than sure, that we will be successful in making sure that we stay up on training to help prevent any other law enforcement officer paying the ultimate sacrifice. So I want to thank you all for taking this time today to honor our men and women in public safety.
16 Fulton County public safety personnel have lost their lives in the line of duty. A special tribute was on display in the downtown government center's atrium for all citizens to remember. A special Facebook page is also available to allow everyone to post reflections and tributes. There's also a more permanent tribute to our heroes in South Fulton. The Circle of Honor opened last September. The granite obelisk is surrounded by a circular path of pavers and benches. The names of the public safety heroes are engraved on the bricks, and there's a place for meditation and reflection. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Tiffany Harlow.
Thank you very much, Tiffany. Fulton County Citizen University students get an up-close look at just what happens when residents call 911. Students were given an overview of the county's emergency communications department during week 6 of class. Operators dispatch services for over 13 public safety agencies within the county, and students got to see and hear the calls in action.
524B advised it's negative on the 39. They advised that the perp is walking away.
The 911 agency also serves as a point of contact for Fulton County Code Enforcement and the Fulton County Public School System. Students got a chance to see firsthand what it takes to handle an emergency call.
It was very interesting to sit in the call center and see how complex that job is. The responsibility of taking down the information, asking the correct questions. It is an enormous job, and I had no idea.
I didn't know that there was one unit that actually took the call who would send that call to the dispatch unit, who then in turn send that call out to field services.
FCCU students will continue their review of county public safety agencies when they visit code enforcement and the police department next week. Fulton County's youth commissioners wrap up the year with a number of accomplishments. They were applauded for their success during a year-end banquet at the Atlanta Zoo.
This marks the end of our term for the 2012-2013 term Fulton County Youth Commission group. Young people who have dedicated their time and have volunteered hundreds of hours to Fulton County for the benefit of community empowerment, homelessness, and just all-around safety and violence prevention for youth throughout Fulton County.
Throughout the session, youth commissioners have taken on programs to help the less fortunate with their Hope Box and can drives. The students stress the importance of prom safety and the risk of texting and driving, obesity, teen pregnancy, and drug abuse. The legislative committee also lobbied for laws affecting youth. For the youth and their sponsors, it's been a fun and productive session.
Being a youth commissioner has impacted my life by allowing me to see Fulton County in a different view, and also by being able to help many different people that you definitely don't hear about.
The Youth Commissioner program is open to students in the 9th through 11th grades. Contact Reginald Crosley for more information. And still to come, seniors celebrate Older Americans Month. We'll show you how in our district-by-district coverage next.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Fulton County Commissioners honor the Fulton County school system, and a new group of young men enlist into the Youth Leadership Academy for Boys. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage.
We begin in District 3 as Commissioner Liz Hausman presents the Fulton County school system with a proclamation. They received a Magna Award from the American School Board Journal, the National School Boards Association, and Sodexo for implementing innovative programs that advance student learning.
Therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Fulton County recognizes the commitment to transparency and engagement by Fulton County Schools, expresses sincere congratulations on receiving the Magna Award.
Commissioner Hausman explained that 9 North Fulton County schools were also listed as the top-ranking schools in the country on the Washington Post High School Challenge list. Commissioner Hausman is a former member of the Fulton County Board of Education. Several other commissioners joined her in congratulating the school officials. In District 5, seniors use music to tell the stories of their lives.
If you want to have fun, come home with me.
The Soundtrack of Your Life is a stage play developed by the Darnell Players, a drama club for seniors at the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Multipurpose Facility.
Oh my gosh, from what they say, it really makes them feel valued. Their stories in this production are, they feel like someone's hearing their lives. They're being remembered and reliving and feeling good.
The Darnell Players have been developing productions for about 12 years, and they really enjoy the program. The group plans to take their act on the road in June. They will compete against other senior drama clubs in Tennessee. Contact the Darnell Center to learn more about the various programs and events. In District 6, seniors show off their skills at the Helene S. Mills 4th Annual Spelling Bee. 10 seniors participated in practice sessions and studied spelling words to prepare for the competition.
Oh, I enjoyed it so much. I met some great people, and it's just a great activity to spell and learn.
And of course, it's always great. I get to be a judge, and we had some phenomenal spellers this year, and the winner was just wonderful. She made it all the way through 4 rounds of spelling. So it's always great to see our seniors in action.
The Mills Spelling Bee is one of the many activities for seniors to enjoy for Older Americans Month. The center will also host a billiards tournament, an evening of the arts, and several other events this month. And finally, in District 7, Commissioner William Bill Edwards welcomes a new group of young men to the Youth Leadership Academy for Boys program. The rising third-grade boys receive jackets from the commissioner to officially welcome them into the program.
The program has impacted my life in a big way, actually, because I'm a lot more assertive. I can take on a leadership role a lot more effectively now.
The Youth Leadership Academy for Boys is focused on building leadership skills, character development, financial achievement, academic excellence, and cultural appreciation.
We must do this more often than what we've been doing with our young African American males, particularly this age group. For so long, our young men have needed the validation that they rightfully deserve. These are wonderful young men.
The Youth Leadership Academy for Boys program is sponsored by District 7 Commissioner William Bill Edwards. For more information, call 404-612-2200. With this week's district-by-district coverage, I'm Darrell Peak.
Thank you very much. Now, you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with a rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. And when we come back, find out how Health and Human Services is using the library's eCampus online educational tool. Stay with us.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Portions of the following segment are part of the Fulton County Common Ground Initiative. Common Ground, the county's comprehensive solution to the problem of health disparities in the community.
Well, another unique, innovative example of integrated care is the focus of this week's Common Ground report. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn tells us about the marriage of eCampus and Fulton's social services providers.
Ever mindful of seeking opportunities to collaborate, the Housing and Human Services Department is introducing eCampus to the vendors who, through fresh and human service grants, provide social services to Fulton County. These agency representatives deliver HIV/AIDS-related services. In this era of tight budgets, the program managers say they can use the test prep, career, and continuing education courses offered on eCampus.
To me, it would be very helpful. Not only helpful for me, but actually for my staff. It's a lot of things that I need to learn. It's also a lot of things that my staff needs to learn, so it would be very helpful. We have computer classes where we're basically trying to teach them how to use the computer. So once they learn how to use the computer, we can go further.
One of the county's grants program managers, Carlos Thomas, explains the human services grants apply to 5 areas of concern: aging, AIDS and homeless housing, disability, employment, and youth and family services.
As a part of their grant cycle, the agencies actually meet together quarterly to discuss ways that they can better collaborate and network with one another to better provide the services to constituents. As a part of these meetings, staff encourage agencies to bring in other resources to help the agencies to better network.
And the response from the agencies?
The response has been overwhelming. The agencies, first of all, were not aware of such great services that are right in Fulton County and are free. And so not only were the agencies saw a way that this can benefit them as agencies, but also for the clients whom they serve.
You don't have to be a county department to access the free eCampus resources. All you need is a library card. The Office of Grants and Community Partnerships says it will continue to spread the message that this wonderful educational and teaching tool called eCampus is available, especially to all of the groups and organizations that participate in its programs. At the Housing and Human Services Department in downtown Atlanta, I'm Lynn Vaughn, FGTV.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Now, to take advantage of the programs and services of Housing and Human Services, visit the department online at fultoncountyga.gov. You'll find eCampus at afpls.org or by calling 404-730-1700. Meanwhile, at the North Fulton Service Center, the audience being introduced to eCampus were the providers of services to children and youth. This was the last quarterly meeting of the 2012-2013 Human Service and Fresh Grant cycle for the group. They were happy to learn about the test prep and job help available on eCampus for their clients. Those clients can even get one-on-one help in the Learning and Career Center at the library.
We allow our partners to come together and to discuss strategies to better gain knowledge of their target population, of the people that they serve, as well as a networking opportunity. We give them valuable information in regards to the grants, and it's just a nice time to get together. We try to do this every quarter. We do 4 of them per year, and it's a great instrument for them to get together, gain valuable information, as well as share information amongst themselves.
There is more information about the Office of Children and Youth and the services they provide at fultoncountyga.gov. In the upper right-hand corner, click on Departments and Agencies. As we close out Mental Health Awareness Month, here is a question. How can you tell when you are depressed? The answers were there for the many people who attended this lecture on anxiety and depression.
You're feeling profoundly discouraged. You just are so discouraged. Nothing's going to get better. You're feeling pretty hopeless.
Participants shared their personal stories, and we did not show faces or ask names out of the respect for their privacy.
I know that I've run into a crash of energy, no interest, and no concentration. So I don't know if it's a form of depression or diabetes.
Experts say it is critical to know when to seek help.
It's extremely important in that depression affects 80% of the population at any given time in their life. So pretty much everyone gets affected by it, either personally or with a very close loved one who's had it. So depression is rampant. Anxiety, causes you to feel like your heart's going to jump out of your chest at any given moment, and it's hard to function when you're that anxious. So again, medication is very helpful for that, and there's lots of ways to do that. You can speak to your psychiatrist if you have one, your medical doctor if you don't have a psychiatrist.
For help with any behavioral health issue, including substance abuse and individual and group therapy, contact Fulton County Health Services at 404-612-1211. There are specialized programs for children and adults. And still to come on Fulton Today, connecting the threads of art and history. Stay with us.
Watching Fulton Today.
And to end the school year, hundreds of elementary school children learned the importance of preserving and protecting our water resources. It was all a part of a water festival. And what better place to do that than on the banks of the Chattahoochee River? 700 children learned about everything from wildlife to watershed. An environmental puppet show was included in the activities. With the help of some high-tech equipment, the students got an up-close look at sewer clogs and the fats, oils, and grease that cause them. There was even a relay race designed to teach kids the proper way to dispose of them.
The kids rotated through 4 different education stations. They learned about careers in water resources, such as the guys who do the camera trucks and the camera that goes down into the sewer.
The festival was a part of a partnership between the National Park Service, local water utilities, neighboring cities, counties, and schools. An ancient art form comes to life at the Southwest Arts Center. It's the 10th annual exhibit by the Sojourners Quilters Guild. These works of art include both traditional and contemporary pieces. They are rich in color, design, and history.
Quilting has taken on a totally different aspect than it was back in the day when it was used as a means of keeping family members warm.
The exhibit included wall hangings, appliques, and 3-dimensional designs. Absolutely beautiful. Well, before we go, our reminder that we'd like to hear from you about the stories and programs right here on FGTV. Go to our website to take a survey or email or call us. The number 404-612-8317. The email address is fgtv.feedback@fultoncountyga.gov. You can also follow us on twitter.com/FGTV, friend us on Facebook, and watch us on YouTube. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for joining us. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.